What's going on, YouTube? This is my Kozmo deck that I took to LA Regionals. I got 20th place with this deck. There were about 1,002 people that went there, and let's just get right into the deck, and then I'll explain some choices afterwards. So, 3 Kozmo Farm Girl, 3 Kozmo Good Witch, 3 Kozmo Forerunner, 3 Kozmo Slip Rider, 2 Ghost Ogre, 2 Honest, 3 Maxi, 3 Jarghetto, 3 Cosmotown, 3 Mercy Teleport, 2 Dark Hole, 1 Gagi, 2 Galaxy Cyclone, 1 Bottomless, 1 Torrential, 1 Solemn Warning, 1 Vanny's Emptiness, and 3 Mind Crush. Okay, let's just get right into the extra inside. For the extra deck, I didn't really go into anything. I'll tell you what I went into during the tournament. So, one Ancient Sacred Wyvern, Scrap Dragon, Ancient Fairy, HTS, Black Rose, Dart Ruler, Exciton, Metal Flare, or Flare Metal Dragon, Diamond, Telemaias, Gaga Cowboy, Pleiades, Canstel, Dweller, and Diamond, Crab King. Alright. So for the extra deck, I actually only went into Canstel, Metal Flare, Black Rose, and that's about it. I just went into these. Metal Flare was actually like really good in this deck because sometimes you don't finish off your opponent when you are doing the OTK, and you sometimes end up with two level 7s because you go normal summon Good Witch, and then if you attack over a monster, and then you do E-Telly and you summon Farm Girl, and then off the Farm Girl you start off Forerunner, but you already have Forerunner in your hand, so then you summon 2 Forerunners at the same turn, and you can attack, but then you don't finish them off. And then Metal Flare just puts a lot of pressure, and it can't get Dark Hold, so it's a good card. I like this card in this deck for the extras. Canstel, I only used it against Quilhort just to get rid of the Scout one time, and it won me the game, so yeah. And then Black Rose, also against Quilhort. He had Imperant Iron Wall. He had like one Phoenix Chain that he used on my Good Witch. And then he had Scout and a monster. And then I used Immersive Teleport, and I brought a Ghost Ogre, and then I Black Rose and went off. So yeah. Immersive Teleport, I mean, the Ghost Ogre is really good in the deck. I recommend running 2 and not 1, because sometimes you actually draw into the Ghost Ogre and you want to go into a synchro play. So you gotta run 2 to always have the ability to like go into synchro plays when you need to. Aside really fast, just Lancia, triple Lancia, triple Retaliant Sea, the 3rd Ghost Ogre, 2 Flying Seas, 2 Fairy Wind, 2 Royal Decree, and 2 MST. Just really fast explaining the sighting. So this against just like mostly I would always sight in it because I would know my opponent would always try to sight into Imperant Iron Walls or Light Imprisoning Mirrors, and it's just it's an overall always good card. So yeah. Royal Decree won me the game against a Shaddoll player. I cited it because of the same reason. I knew they're going to sight into Imperant Wall and maybe other traps. So then I actually, this won me the game against a Shaddoll player. He had Imperant Wall, but he had Benny's Emptiness as well, and I rolled Decree when he had Benny's Emptiness, and I went off, and then later on in that game state, he actually did Shaddoll Dragon. He popped my Royal Decree, and he did a Shikinaga, and he sat on that. But then I was able to get rid of the Shikinaga with Honest, and then I got rid of the Vanny's Emptiness, and then I flipped my own Vanny's Emptiness. So, yeah, Royal Decree is really good for sighting. Fairy Wind, the same thing, just against the Impermanent Walls. The only thing that hurts this deck a lot is the Impermanent Iron Wall, so yeah, that's why I cite a lot of outs for the Impermanent Iron Wall. Flying Sea won me the game against a Harpy deck that I went against. Yeah, Flying Sea is really good. I guess gets a Quilhort or Ignites or any of those OTK decks, so yeah, the third Ghost Ogre is pretty good. Retaliant Sea is really good against Shaddoll, Nekroz. Yeah, it's a really good card. Search off Maxi. And the Lancia is also really good against Nekroz and Ritual Beast and the Mirror Match. Just really fast, the choices from my deck. So, Galaxy Cyclone, I see a lot of builds not running this. Galaxy Cyclone is actually a really good card in the deck. I recommend it like 100% because you can pop face down and then get your Farm Girl off, like use it like a regular MST, or later on in the game state, when you have Kozmo Town, you can banish it, pop your Kozmo Town to search off like a Forerunner, like if you need to OTK that turn, and it's like really good that you have the option to do that. So, and also this stops like floodgates when your opponent has a floodgate on the field or something. Because most of the time when there's a Vanny's Emptiness on the field, when they chain, when you activate like a Farm Girl or a Good Witch effect to banish to special summon from your hand, and they chain Vanny's Emptiness, you're kind of like stuck. But you just you activate the Kozmo Town to get the monster back to your hand because it gets banished as cost, and then later on you just pop the Vanny's Emptiness and then normal summon Farm Girl again and then just attack. So yeah, like this card's it did really good in the tournament. I like this card a lot in the deck. 3 Ghetto. So this card, I love this card in this deck. A lot of people like don't even run it. There's people that only run 2. This card brings a lot of. It's like it's like a. What's the name of that card? Enemy Control. Yeah, it's like enemy control, I would say, because you have a lot of versatility with this card. A lot of versatility. You gain 1,000. That's already like really good for this deck. You always pay, so like if you think about it, a way I think about the 1,000, whenever you gain 1,000 life points in this deck, it's like you got those free pluses without paying any life points. So that's the way I think about it. And also, this guy brings the option to OTK that turn. It gives you the option to OTK and finish that turn. Finish your opponent off that turn. So this card is already good by doing that. But it also gives you the option to go into Synchro plays with Ghost Ogre, go into Exceed plays, and also it protects you. It has so many versatility uses, and I mean, I don't know if a lot of people don't know this also, but the 1,000 game boost is until the end of the next turn. So let's say you do it during opponent's turn, you can still have the monster have the 1,000 boost during your turn, and then attack over any monster that you can't get over. Like in Nekroz, when you want to get over a Valk or a Decisive Armor. So this is really good. Like for example, this is a story that happened in regionals. My opponent had a Decisive Armor, and it can stun in defense. And then I normal summon, I think it was like a Good Witch or something. And then I attacked the Good Witch, attacked the Canstel. And then I banished the Good Witch to summon Slip Rider. And then Slip Rider attempt to attack over the attack the Decisive Armor. And then I distribute the Ghetto, and it crashes. and then I summon Farm Girl, and then I attack, and then I use Farm Girl's effect to banish to special summon Forerunner, and that was game. So you see, it gives you the option to OTK. It gives you a lot of versatility. This card is really good in the deck. And everything is pretty solid. I guess these are the only cards that I guess are different from other builds. So Triple Mind Crush, I thought it was a very solid card. It stops the Mirror Match, it stops Nekroz, it stops like every single deck. It's not bad against the Teller Knights. You know, like this card. And if you draw 2, the way I think about it, if you draw 2, it's really good. It's like running Trap Does Shoot. You know, it's really good. So yeah, and then Ghost Ogre, like I already told you the reasoning. You just gotta have one in your deck for the option to go into certain place. Alright, you guys. So that was my deck list. I got 20th place. Tell me what you guys think, and I'll see you guys around.